Since falling in love with our fantastic hobby, he started in his very early childhood, Alain Delhove has always been fascinated with the marathon races. For him, there is nothing more beautiful than trying to get a pigeon that flew several hundreds of kilometers to arrive home on the same day. After completing his medical studies, Alain started to race under his own name. But his racing career took another dimension in 2004 when he met the legendary Dutch champion Cor de Hede. He then decided to get rid of all of his pigeons, investing heavily in the de Hede pigeons instead. 4 years later, he was lucky enough to win the first national St. Vincent against 8,383 yearlings with a hen called Maxima. She was of course a 100% de Hede. This victory was won in very tough flying conditions, and it gave everybody a better idea of the sheer quality in the loft of Villers-Larville. It must be said that Alain used to spend a lot on reinforcing his pigeon breed. In addition to his numerous visits to Cor de Hede, Alain Delhove also purchased pigeons from some others famous lofts such as Gel Gelema, Chris Hebericht, Joost de Smyter, Hugo Battenberg, Frans Bunganiers, Etienne Devos, etc. All these introductions had the same characteristic: they were all bred from the best lines of the respective fanciers. And when we talk about the good lines, we are talking about national international winners or ace pigeons. Moreover, Alain never purchased any distant descendants of these champs but rather their direct youngsters. And he never made any compromises. The pigeons he chose had to match his criteria, with the best physical qualities possible and with the softest plumage. The best example of these introductions is son Zidane, directly purchased from Etienne Devos. With this exceptional team of breeders, Alain has been able to make some exclusive couplings. And more importantly, he put the result of his breeding pairs to the test in the races. And since his national victory from St. Vincent, the duck has been really successful, winning several podium places in the National Championships KBDB, Second National Ace Pigeon Extreme Long Distance Yearlings KBDB 2016, Second National Champion Extreme Long Distance Old Pigeons KBDB 2013, and Third National Champion Extreme Long Distance Yearlings KBDB 2016. When you are planning to compete in the international races of the extreme long distance, you are always racing against the best of Belgium and Europe. Your results in the national championships have great significance because they are won against the cream of the crop of pigeon racing in Belgium. Again, your championship results will give us an indication of the quality of a racing team. For Alain, the 2016 racing season has been a great success once again, as he was the breeder of a bird that won a prize in the Ace Pigeons Championships. Unfortunately, he had to settle for second place, but that did not prevent him from enjoying his feat. But who is this 1-year-old hen that claimed a second prize on the national podium? Lady 07, BE 15 106 76 07, Second National Ace Pigeon Extreme Long Distance Yearling KBDB. 22nd Liborn National against 3,697 pigeons, 69th Narbonne National against 3,187 pigeons, and 176th International against 7,811 pigeons. Fils du Zidane, BE 15 115 47 29, 3rd Limoges Interprovincial against 1,599 pigeons 2017, 1st Regional against 312 pigeons, 12th National against 9,102 pigeons, 8th Bourgs Provincial against 681 pigeons 2016, 13th Interprovincial against 1,640 pigeons, 22nd Semi-National against 2,673 pigeons, and 67th Vierzon Regional 580 pigeons. BE 16 109 58 23, 1st Limoges Interprovincial against 1,317 pigeons, 1st Regional against 305 pigeons, and 9th National against 10,325 pigeons. Clocking early birds in almost every important long and extreme long distance race of the season, Alain Delhove couldn't have dreamt of a better racing campaign for the last season of his career. The Delhove pigeon family has been showing the world its exceptional potential in the busiest 2 months of the season, June and July. Since the start of the long-distance campaign, The flying conditions were rather hard, with the average speed rarely exceeding 1,200 meters per minute. The pigeons from Alain Delhove seemed to be perfectly suited for these flying conditions. One race after another, early birds were clocked at national level, and this would lead to what is probably one of the best seasons ever for their manager, who got a lot of help from his granddaughter Maxima in terms of daily caretaking this season. It must be said that it has become almost impossible for Alain to enter his lofts without his hermetic suit. Fortunately, the performances of his pigeons allow him to continue to enjoy his favorite hobby. In addition, Alain Delhove was fortunate to book several national top 100 classifications. 3rd National St. Vincent against 2,951 old birds, 4th International against 11,536 old birds, 4th National Narbonne against 3,471 yearlings, 7th International Yearlings, 9th National Limoges against 10,325 yearlings, and 12th National Limoges against 9,102 old birds and more. In 2020 Barcelona race, the team being still relatively young and the long distance requiring a lot of patience, only a handful of competitions were approached. That inevitably went through Barcelona. 11 two-year-old hens were basketed on position, and it was written that a magnificent performance was about to take place. Barcelona National against 6,178 pigeons, 3rd, 12th, 340th, 509th, 5 out of 11 pigeons. Barcelona International against 12,315 pigeons, 12th, 52nd, 1,036th. Diva Barcelona, BE 18 116 0367, 1st Barcelona Provincial against 705 pigeons, 3rd National against 6,178 pigeons, 10th International Hen against 4,331 pigeons, 12th International against 12,315 pigeons, 64th Agan National against 4,650 pigeons 2019, and 239th International against 10,616 pigeons. This recent Barcelona Pigeon Race 2022, the international and national winner in the category Old Birds, took the podium by Team Delhove Peasmans. His pigeon was clocked on Saturday at 7:10 after a race of 1,014.88 kilometers, achieving an average velocity of 998.39 meters per minute. Another magnificent performance of Team Delhove. Thank you for watching. Until next time.